Hey, folks. Oh, you know what? I thought I had some music going, but apparently my audio input capture is being naughty. What's up, Dunfear? Good day. I haven't seen you before. Welcome to the stream. What about... I'm trying to play some music for y'all, so you're not listening to just dead silence while I create pixel art. Audio input capture... no, that's microphone. Been here just lurking while dying in Barony. Oh, well, thanks for unlurking yourself. I do appreciate that. Well, I had a, maybe it's in here. Oh, there we go. Okay, I was just in a scene that didn't have the right capture. So we're good. What's up, Garbican? Hello, Pope. Hey, hey. Wow, what a great turnout. Thanks for showing up, folks. What's going to be the rock roll now that rocks break? That's a funny question. You know, the whole unbreakable rock thing wasn't really my idea. So I'm not super invested in it. Maybe you guys can figure out a replacement. Alright, so today, because of our snazzy new UI that we all love so much, we've got a bunch of tooltips and you know, status effects that get displayed that didn't used to get displayed. And we says to ourselves, shouldn't these effects have an icon? Shouldn't they be listed in your status effects? And so I'm gonna go ahead and try to put together some icons. They'll be small, shouldn't be too much work, but some icons for some effects like water walking, so that you can have a nice quick way to reference what effects you're getting from gear without having to go to your inventory and hover over the item. And if you do hover over the item, then you'll see a reference of that icon, and so it can create an association between what each icon means. So so I've got a list here of like 25 different, maybe 26 different icons, and I'm just gonna start making them. And they're small enough I should be able to burn through them pretty quick. We need to beat the game with only rocks to become lazy. So now that rocks break, it's gonna be hard for someone new to join. Oh, I didn't know that's how you got that achievement, or that role. Regeneration for MP and HP will have a kind of icon. It already does. It already does, actually. Will staffs and spellbooks get icons? Are you talking about for the prompts, like the action prompts? These are not for action prompts. These are for status effects. So right now, those icons that you see are actually references to the skill that you're using for that action, which gives you a clue as to what skill it will level up when you use it. Yeah, the potion... Oh, I see what you're saying. Will we have a mini icon on the inventory item? I would really like to do that. Honestly, one of the things that's holding me back from doing that is that I would basically have to recreate every spell icon in the game, and make it a smaller, easier to, like, a smaller, more iconic version. That would actually be very hard to do. And the reason why I say every spell in the game is because you can equip every book in the game in your left hand. So, you know, I've tried to think of some other, you know, ways that I can do that, and I really haven't come up with much yet. But it's a great question. I really do think the staffs and books, once you identify them, should have the icon on it, so that if you want to wield it, then you know what you're getting on the hotbar, just like with the potions. But yeah, not right now. I don't have a perfect solution yet. But thanks for popping off with some questions. I haven't even started working yet. I'm going to start with water walking as the effect that I'm working on. After that, we're going to do feather. After that, we're going to do strangulation. And we'll see how that goes with just those three. What's up, Priority Zero? Good day to you. Thanks for stopping by. Alright, so let's try to do like a little foot. And I'm not talking about the dinosaur from The Land Before Time. His name was Littlefoot, right? It's adorable. Okay. Okay, so that looks like a foot. That's about as much detail as you can get in a foot in an icon of this size. And I think I want to color it blue. Even though it can let you walk in water as well, blue will make it look like a water foot. Which is what we all want, isn't it? A water foot. So then we'll put in some detail. You know, with Barony's community, maybe I shouldn't have started this stream by drawing a foot. Yes, I'm taking a dig at you guys. Tried to play QOD with a friend on Mac and kept having issues with launching. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. You know what? I think I might have seen your post. Did you post that in the Steam discussion boards, or maybe it's just a widespread enough issue that you had a problem as well as somebody else that mentioned it on the Steam forums? I mean, I don't want to pat myself on the back too much, but like, this came together really quick, and you know, I think it's like, looks like exactly like it needs to. I'm gonna remove some of the definition between the toes by just using dark blue instead of black. Because black is pretty extreme, and I use it exclusively for outlines. And that's internal shading on the icon, not an outline, so, you know. Okay. Honestly, I don't want to overwork this. I think this is a totally adequate look. Let's give some sort of smoothing to the outside edges. Someone else's post. We did play current build though and beat the last two guys. Oh, okay, cool. Well, I'm sorry the QOD beta didn't work out. Was one of you guys on Steam? And one of you on Epic, or were you both on Epic, something like that? I've heard that there are some problems with you know, both Steam. Oh, huh. Okay. Well, I'm sorry I don't know what the cause was. I'm not one of our programmers, you know. I'm over here doing pixel art because I don't program. But thanks for the report. Alright, water walking in the bag. Let's move on to feather. Let me see, do I have overburden in the list? Feather's an icon that I could, you know, I could just draw a picture of a feather. course. But because our weight icon is like this, you know, it's like this, like a weight with a ring on top, like a heavy lord you might see get dropped on a character in a cartoon kind of thing. I'm kind of tempted to use that iconography. And then just sort of like put a play on it, like have it look like it's floating or something. You know, it's like a kettlebell shape. Something like this. And then I could put it up here and then put like some lines under it or something, like it's floating. I don't know. You know what? I kind of like maybe like a balloon. Like a balloon's a little bit silly, but let's give it a shot. No, if there's some secret fix. Yeah, sorry. Did you try hosting on both crossplay and not on crossplay? I'm guessing you did. Totally forgot that was a setting. Oh, okay. Well, that could be the root of your issue. Yeah, I think when you host a game in the QOD beta, it says something like, do you want to host on a crossplay game? Or do you want to host on crossplay, yes or no? And if you say no, then it'll host on Steam. It'll do a Steam hosting instead. So maybe that could be a fix for you. Hey. There we go. Oh, Affinity just wasn't updating when it should have. It's silly. I really like Affinity, but sometimes it has its small, you know, small company quirks. It's not Adobe, that's for sure. I don't know. Maybe a balloon is a little bit too cheesy. It's just a feather. It's kind of... That's the icon I used for the levitation potion. And we also have the enchanted feather, so I'd like to have something else for feather, so... Let's go ahead and... Let's make it like a pink balloon, because this is not a very serious effect. It's not a powerful effect, so we can downplay its power by making it, you know, like a gentle pink color. It's for feathers, so like the Luckstone and Boots of Feather have an effect called Feather on them, which just means that they have a lower weight value. Or they do negative weight, so it costs less to hold them than it... Like if you dropped them, you would gain weight. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna get rid of this string. I think this looks enough like a balloon without the string. The string is just like, takes up too much pixel space for how insignificant of a shape it is. And so... we'll smooth out the balloon a little bit. I love this song. Okay. So this might be how big you see it in the tooltip. This might be how big you see it in your status bar. All right, so we're just gonna call that feather. And then, all right, 2 done. This is going pretty fast. I thought it would. We're gonna do strangulation. I remember what was happening was a Steam pop-up error for the Mac guy. He couldn't even get to the main menu. Okay, well, I mean, it sounds like a Mac build issue. Actually, a noose is a really good idea. Actually, that's a great idea, Priority 0. I'll do that for sure. I was gonna do just somebody looking like they were being strangled. I can do some faces at this pixel size, but the noose is like very evocative. Don't worry, we'll massage this. Yep, that's about the right shape for a noose. Alright, we'll make it brown like rope, and that'll be that. It's going to be so helpful when you're getting strangled, and then this icon shows up on your bar. And it says, oh yeah, I'm being strangled. Now I get it. You say to yourself. So yeah, about your buddy's Mac issue, I strongly encourage you to like have him go to the forum or the Steam discussion boards and post the error exactly, because it's really hard to troubleshoot if we don't know what the error is. But we're invested in helping, and we get very few Mac players, and so it's rare that we can get some useful feedback from somebody to help us figure out what those issues are. So yeah, if you will, let us know. I couldn't have made a better noose myself. What a great noose. No noose is good noose. That was a reference to the jolly hangman from what? Robin Hood Men in Tights, I think? Make him the Mac lab rat? Well, I appreciate that. All right. Little noose. It's doing its job. Good job, Noosey. I think I'll leave the top a dark rectangle like that. All right. All right, cool. Got 3 out of the way. How long have we been streaming? 20 minutes. And we got 3 done. Perfect. All Alright, sex change. This is something that will not show up in your status because once it's done, it's done. But it will need a tooltip icon, so I'll go ahead and make that. Life saving. Currently, we are using the levitation spell icon for this, but we don't want to double down on the visual. Water breathing, which is really just Olympic swimming, fast swim. Poison resist. That'll be a fun icon to have in your bar. Scroll label. I don't know if I need this scroll label one. Oh yeah, good. I already have an icon here for HP regen disabled. If you have hunger off, you should just have that icon on your bar at all times. That should reduce the amount of questions we get on the forums, like, why doesn't this regen spell do anything? It's like, well, you turned off that thing that makes it do something. Alright, we're going to make the sex change icon, which is fairly predictable as looking like the male and female symbol connected or something. We'll see how much we can fit into this limited space we have. Yeah, I need a bigger circle than that. 1, 2, 3. I mean, this is too big. Yeah, it's gonna be too big. So let's do 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Nope, that's gonna be too big as well. How about this? Making circles in pixel art. It's a talent of the ages. This is what we started with, isn't it? One, two, three, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, these aren't circles. That's why I'm like confused. All right, let's do this. Okay, I think we can work with something like this. What if it was a circle in the middle and then it had both male and female? That's a good idea. That would save me some space rather than trying to show both. We'll do that and see how it works. Honestly, normally, no offense to anybody who gives suggestions, but normally, icon suggestions, I tend to be pretty like on point with my icon representations, but your suggestions have been more helpful than most today, Priority 0. No offense to anyone else who like comes in and gives suggestions, but normally they're not as useful. There's like no way to say that without it being rude, but whatever. So like something like that. So we this. Okay, go back to 100%. Actually, no, let's do that. Oops, and then do back to 100. Okay. And then we'll make this symbol like something decidedly non-sexed, like green. I could do purple. That's a pretty feminine purple though. Honorary art credit, sure. I think I actually might want to go ahead and make these black, well not, yeah, black so that I can make these darker purple. So that this little arrow has like some continuity to it. Thinking top half circle blue, bottom half pink or red. I think I don't want to. I kind of deliberately don't want to emulate too much of like the sort of. It's not too much color. It's just I don't really want to deliberately emulate too much of like the colors used by modern like gender representation, because it's like that's not what this is about really. And I'm not saying that that's what you're trying to turn it into. It's more just like I don't want that to be sort of taken for granted as the intent of this icon, you know, is to look like those flags and stuff. Hope that makes sense. Yeah, I get that. Was more suggestion at a quick glance for recognizability. Yeah, I totally hear you. I think that purple shading is nice, thanks. You know, looking at it this size, I think my shading is making the female side look a little bit off-center. So I may need to flatten that shading out a little bit. Unfortunately. If I did something like that. Okay, that looks a lot more centered with the small sizes. If I did that. Yeah, I think it's a decidedly not feminine and not masculine purple, and I think it reads. I could make the circle smaller so that the plus and arrow kind of like stand out a little more, like they have a little more time with them, but I'm just gonna leave it like this. I'd say this is good enough. I don't need to fiddle with it for too long. Alright, life saving. So on this one, hilariously, we could just use the Ankh as the symbol of life, which is funny because it has almost total overlap with the female symbol, but we'll make it gold and not pink or anything, so it'll be obvious. You know what's interesting? This is like almost exactly the opposite shape of the noose so far. It's like the opposite of death. I think it's interesting anyway. I'd like the hoop to be a little larger. It feels really aggressive on the plus sign. Let's get it colored in and see how it feels, though. We can also, do maybe this. All right. Well, this is turning out just great. Looks very much like a little holy symbol. Looks like a butte. Oh, thank you. I'll take a butte any day of the week on my stream. We do even shinier right here. I'm a little concerned I might have the shape flipped a little bit, like arrange flip vertical. That might be better. I'll have to reshade it, but I think it's probably the right call. It doesn't look quite as nice, at least not yet. Let's keep noodling. And my first version was better, but I do think this is a more accurate Ankh shape. I want to get it right, you know? It's important. It means something. I'm gonna reshade all this. Now that I got the shape I want, I think a reshading is the right choice. Okay. All right, that's correct. Let's bring this up a little bit. Okay. Let me take some of the size out of this. I think that's quite a bit better, having deleted those portions. Let me try this. Okay, I think I'm happy with that. Let's put in some smooth edges, particularly here, here, and here. Looks godly. Yes, thank you. Maybe we'll put in some edges strategically there, so that it doesn't lose like it's straight. Perfect. All right. All right. We're gonna have to rasterize these together. Life-saving. And next up, water breathing. I'm tempted to make a snorkel mask. I think maybe I'll do... Let me try like a webbed, like a flipper or something. Because it really just makes you swim faster. Someday in the future we might make water breathing actually let you go under the water or something like that. Who knows? But right now it just makes you go faster. And I want the icon to represent what it does, not what it might do someday, and may very well not ever do that, you know? Why don't I make it a fish? Getting food. All right, cool. I'm feeling like this doesn't look that much like a fish. Like, definitely if you know what kind of fish I'm going for, you can be like, oh yeah, that's a fish, I guess. But it's not like iconic like a fish needs to be when the icon is this size. So I think I'm going to try again. We'll try again with a different shape. I think I might need to emphasize the eye as part of the design a little bit more, so you can tell it's a freaking fish. And like the pixel sizes we're working at, it just needs to be absolutely iconic, you know? So we'll even open its mouth a little bit. Something a little sillier like this. Yeah, and this one, like the fins and stuff kind of like blended together, kind of like a real goldfish looks, but at that size it just ends up looking like a blob. So I'm going to keep the fins separated like this. Let me steal some colors back. I like that one. Okay, that to me is much more like undeniably fish-like. So I think that's what I'll roll with. All right, that's our fish. Just noodling now. Yeah, this fish looks dead by comparison. There we go. All right, poison resist. I might actually make this look like a little antidote vial or something. Because I don't know what else poison resistance should look like. I mean, I guess I could put like a shield with like a poison droplet on it. It's kind of a good universal fantasy symbol for resistance. Just put a shield and then the thing that you're resistant against on the shield. I actually kind of like that first, like, so if we add like fire resistance to the game, there actually is fire resistance, isn't there? Burn resistance, yep. So we'll just copy this later and replace the image with something different. Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you. Dang it. I could have sworn I had just unmuted myself. Maybe I missed the button. I'm not a god gamer, you know. But I was saying that, yeah, this fish looks a lot... It's sort of like a generic looking fish, but with the amount of pixels I have to work with, I felt like that was the best choice rather than trying to, like, make it look fancy. My previous fish was just too fancy and it blended all together in a bad way at the previous size. Let's do... Does that look better? I think that looks a little better. Of course, I went back to look at the fish and I'm like, I can improve this slightly. Ooh, speaking of which, gotta make that. There we go. And then... Can we do this? Yeah. Okay, so we got our water breathing. But then I realized that the good language for resistance is a shield, and so with a picture of what you're resistant to on the shield. So that's where I went with this. And I've been kind of noodling the poison droplet icon because it just looked it looked a little bit too there's just too much going on with it. With my first attempt at shading, it's just too many colors. So I've reduced the amount of colors that are in here. Can we do that? Does that look better? No, I like the shiny going up a little bit. Is this the right? Here, we can get rid of another shade of green. Honestly, I think it's better the way it was. Okay. I think that's good for poison resist. I kept the shield as its own unique asset, so so that I can reuse it to make my next resistance one. Alright, so slow digestion is the last of this group. Let's go ahead and save it. We haven't saved our work at all. So let's go to... here, I'll take this off screen for a second. Work, Barony. Icons. Okay, so we'll call this... item effects. Alright, on to slow digestion. Now I have to think of something for slow digestion. I'm tempted to put like, you know, just like a food item, like an apple, a symbol of food like an apple. Doing like a diagram of somebody's stomach, I think is too is a little too much. If I could do like an apple with a clock in the middle, that would be cool, but trying to get a clock. Like, what's the smallest thing we can make that looks like a clock? Sand clock? Yeah, but it has to also have like food as part of the symbolism, right? Okay, that kind of looks like a clock. Sort of like the universal symbol for clock. I mean, I guess I could make it like a bread slice. I mean, fork and clock, maybe. Bread clock. Yeah, it looks very much like a bread clock, like it's directly on point. It's almost like a little too on point, but I mean, it's not wrong. Let's go ahead and color this. You know what? Why don't we duplicate this, and I'll try the hourglass instead because, you know, it's more fantasy. And hourglass is something I think I can pull off at this size. Yeah. I can make this a little wider. It gives me a little more space to mess around. So this would give me a lot of shading to work with in the neck. To narrow it here. So I'll try this real quick. Okay. So that's like a start. My dog hangs out in my office to eat because if we let him eat around our other dog, he will just try to steal all her food. Since it's slow digestion, almost all the sand is up top. Yeah. Let's see about filling this with sand. Of course, sand and bread are like the same color, so this might not read very well. It's not quite reading like sand to me yet. Let's try something here. Well, I don't think that's work. I just don't have enough space to get all the shapes defined. Maybe I can move this up one. So let's just move this up one like this. And then this color is just too bright. Trying to simplify a little bit. I mean, it kind of looks like bread, and it kind of looks like an hourglass. I'm just not convinced it's good enough yet. I think maybe I could push the colors of the sand to help distinguish it a little. Like, it's just so similar to the color of the bread. It's not that similar, but it's similar enough that it's a problem. So let's just do like a hue saturation change on it and see if we can quickly test some other ideas. It kind of unifies the shape of the hourglass a little more when it blends in more. So maybe that's the right idea. Let's try to roll with that a little bit. Why can't I draw? Okay. I don't know what the hang up was on that. We got over it though. Okay, maybe that. Okay. I don't hate this. I think it, you know, it reads as bread. There's some kind of symbol inside. It doesn't read super clear to me as an hourglass. So, hello, grotesque mannequin. Good to see you. All right, let's try the other symbolism for the clock in here. I do think I'm gonna have to go with smaller bread so that I can have an odd number. Otherwise, the clock hands won't be centered. So, what's going on with this? My preview's all weird. What is this all about? Affinity can be weird sometimes, I'll tell you what. Alright, let's grab this color and this color for the bread. And then we'll turn off this layer. Fill in with this. I mean, I just have a feeling this is going to read so much more clearly as a clock, you know? Just do like a bright gray clock face. Okay, just like immediately this reads more like a clock. Let's touch up the bread a little bit. I think it can be improved. On the top here, like this. It's more like a split loaf. Let's bring it down here a little bit too. Yeah, as much fun as it was to do the hourglass clock, I think, or the hourglass bread, I think the clock bread just works better. You'll never see the clock hands being off center. Well, they're on center. It's just the icon isn't. But actually, when I increase the size of this, oh my gosh! I just realized that if I hold Control, I can erase. Alright, glad you think so, Priority Zero. Alright, I'm not 100% sure this reads as bread. But I also don't think I can get any better than that. So why don't we just leave it at that for now? You indulge your idea. Well, I appreciate it too. It is, you know, it is a fantasy game. And we do have clockwork with the Tinkerer, but normally not with symbols like this. I guess in some way it's not centered because if this is like the bottom edge of the clock, then the hands are like 1 pixel down where they should be. I could extend the clock so it's not like here. Maybe use a darker gray. so it looks more like the edge of the clock. Nah, I liked it better the way it was. Let's remove this connection. Actually, I can probably remove this dark shading here. It's probably not necessary. Does that look more or less bread-like? I think it's slightly more. Let's do something like this. Kinda like that. I kinda like that. Let's do that. Let's roll with it. Alright, next up, we got warning and lesser warning. These ones might be hard, actually. It's a very abstract idea to try to communicate the idea that you can see enemies on a map. I'm streaming, by the way.
Okay.
Okay. So we could like make a radar, like a very literal radar for this. For warning. Enemies on the map are like purple, so we could like do that similar color. So if you can't tell, I'm trying to make it look like a radar. It actually looks a plus and two dots is like the universal symbol for a video game. So let's not do that. Let's just maybe do another plus down here. There. That reads a little better. I kind of like this. It has sort of like a crystal ball quality, while also being sort of literal to the colors that are used and looking a little bit like a like a map with blips on it. It's kind of hitting on all the notes. I mean, it's clearly a symbol and not a like a literal representation of anything, but it's a symbol that hits on like a lot of fronts. So I leaned a little bit into the crystal ball quality right now, just to give the background a little darkness so that it like sinks into that a little more. I don't know. It's like an abstract concept, but I think I really like how it looks, and I think it'll read really well once you know what it is. Let's just let's roll with it. Let's do it. Let's kind of want to see if I can. Oh my gosh! I see what I did here. I accidentally put all the color on a different layer. All right, there we go. That was easy. Maybe I could stand to do something like this and push the black outline a little bit. I like how that reads, and then we'll do a 50% on the outside edges here. Actually, I need to check out my bread clock. I might need to do that for that one too. Perfect. Okay. Alright, let's look at slow digestion real quick. Yeah, I didn't give it any smoothing, so let's do that. Just a little smoothness helps. Warning. Alright, lesser warning. You only detect enemies when they move. And so maybe I'll grab this purple or this like dull pink color. And maybe we can roll with that somehow. So if I could do like little footprints or something that might read. If I can make footprints small enough that look like footprints. The eternal struggle of icon art. Okay. So the question is, do these look enough like footprints? I mean, they don't not look like footprints. And that little bit of shading actually helps them look a lot more like footprints. Because they sort of slant the image in a direction so they don't look so much like exclamation points. Like if I was going to do a pixel art exclamation point, they would look almost exactly like these, but just with different shading. I think it's funny. I'm tempted to like rotate this. I don't know, like I'm kind of buying it. I think footprints read well when they're facing up. You know, they look like a path going away from you. So I think this just might be good for lesser warning. These two little footprints, shoe prints more accurately. All right, let's roll with that. You know, these were some of the more challenging ones in the list, and I feel like we really got somewhere pretty quick with them. That's good. And they're the same color to indicate, you know, hey, this will make blips that are colored pink. All right, next. Keep the assembly line moving. We got conflict, unbreakable. Let's make some new layers. Unbreakable will only be shown in the tooltips. That's something to know. True damage. That's another one that will only be shown in the tooltips. Ammo is another one that's just tooltip only. Knockback. It's possible we could show knockback in the status bar. It probably wouldn't be worth it. Conflict is just schizo. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like maybe Wall gave me a really good idea for conflict, but I forgot what it was. You could just do two swords crossing. Smite. Yeah, Smite's another tooltip only. We're going into tooltip only land quite a bit here. I don't think we should do knockback as another status effect on the status bar. It would look weird to show up and then instantly go away. Especially because of the new way that the UI presents status effects to you, and then it goes to the status bar. You wouldn't want that for knockback. Smite, hunting. Haste. This is what I'm calling the swift arrow effect. That one might actually be good to go in your hotbar, because we may have a haste spell in the future that like increases melee attack speed even. But you know, if you have swift arrows and a sword equipped, then you're not being hasted by those arrows, so we probably shouldn't show that in the hotbar or the status bar. Burn resist. Okay, that's one that we know will be in the hotbar. Noise. This is just, again, another tooltip icon. Key item, another tooltip icon. Free action. This one will be in the status bar. Fragile. That's tooltip only. HP region disabled is a status that we need to show. Legendary is another. We might not even do legendary. We've already got unbreakable, so I don't know if legendaries actually means anything. I'm just gonna discard that one. Legendary doesn't mean anything. You know what? I'll keep legendary and we'll use it for like a bullet point. It's like a gold bullet point. Okay. Alright, that's the rest of the ones we're working on. Conflict. Let's try cross swords because that was our first idea. This sword might be too chunky. Yeah, I don't think I can fit another sword on screen with this one as chunky as it is. Yeah, so these swords are too chunky. They just lose all their identity when one of them is hidden behind the other. So I need to make them smaller so that they can be crossed. Alright, I mean, these are red crossed swords. I think they look like intended. When they're small, they don't quite read as well as swords. I think you'd maybe see it about this big on your status bar. Red draws the eye. I think, I don't know. Let's roll with it. I'll have to see it in game and determine how I feel. We gotta get some smoothing on it. So I actually cleared out one of the pixels so that the swords aren't actually symmetrical anymore, but I'm happy with that. I think it makes a better read. It has more of an X shape and less of like top of an X and then some clumps of nonsense at the bottom, so I think I'm happy with that for conflict. At least for now. I could get rid of some of the black in the center here. Let me see how that feels. Okay, if I'm gonna get rid of the black, I need a much darker red. Like, yeah, like so. Let's do that. Yeah, I think that looks a little cleaner. Let's roll with that. Good job, conflict. We're knocking out some of the hard ones pretty well. Unbreakable. Maybe it should be like a diamond. I don't want that to imply something valuable, but unbreakable is found on just legendary items and on throne items, I think. Let's try the diamond idea. It's a white stone. Alright, that is convincingly a diamond. I could add some, like, lines to it or something to make it look more, you know, like it's repelling something, but I think I'm happy with it as it is. To make the edge gloss down there stand out more, I could add a little extra contrast to the edge of it, like so. No. I think that's worse. Yeah, just put it back. What about if I did something like so? I think that's good. Very diamond, such unbreakable. Let's move on. Alright, true damage, I've kind of imagined in my head that it would be like a spike. Because traps do true damage, and so it's totally applicable to spikes. But also spikes are kind of the universal symbol for like penetrating, you know, piercing into armor, that kind of thing. So I think it does both jobs well. This is going to have to be another one that's off-center so that we can get that nice sharp point on the end of this spike. And I'll want to have like danger lines coming out of the spike. Too much like a nose and two eyes. I don't like it. Maybe something like this. All right, we're doing work. I think that'll be my attempt for true damage for now. Gosh, it's just doesn't look that great at small sizes. Alright. Yeah, let's roll with that. We'll see how it looks. Ammo is another tooltip only icon. So we can just make a simple arrow shape, very iconic. Maybe make like a oh, that looks a little silly, doesn't it? Let me try this. Let's go ahead and make him squatty like it was before. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 across. Some of these tooltip icons would be better at that size. So let's do trying to make it look like a stack of arrows. And maybe we'll make them like orange. Hey, what's up, Dirk? Good to see ya. I'm working on some icons today. If you couldn't tell. I think I'd like to make the ones underneath a little bit less bright. Just like... Good so far? Well, thank you. I could take you through the rest of them if you like. I think I need to do some non-black in here. Pick up something like that. Yeah, that looks enough like a stack of arrows to me. Let's get smoothing on the edge. Could do this to these edges. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, we got our stack of ammo. So real quick, let's go through what we've done today so far. We have water walking, a blue foot, feather, which is a pink balloon, strangulation, which is a noose, sex change, which is a purple sex symbol with both the male and female parts on it. We got life saving, which is an ankh. We got water breathing, which is a blue fish. Poison resist consists of this shield with a poison drop on it. Slow digestion is a bread with a clock on it. Warning is like this crystal ball / radar with purple blips. And then lesser warning is footprints with purple, well, you know, bright purple footprints. Conflict, 2 red cross swords. Unbreakable is a white diamond. True damage is a spike with the red angry lines coming off of it. And then ammo is a stack of orange arrows. So, knockback, I think I'm going to do like a... I'm going to do like a boxing glove or something. Sort of like a cartoon boxing glove, which is kind of hilarious. Let's bring this down 1 pixel, and why don't we kind of want to narrow it 1 as well. So that it can be centered as such. This is going to be one of the smaller tooltip icons, and so I think I'm going to save it out as 12 by 12. Unironic high def Mike Tyson for knockback. Yeah, we're going to do high def icons. But he said non-ironic. Well, then I don't know how to interpret it. Just that one, yeah. We're gonna make it a 256 by 256 icon. Now let's keep it like cartoonish like that. It's silly. I feel like the iconic boxing glove color is red. And it would help sell this if it was red. It's just red is such a dangerous color in iconography that like I don't want to oversell the danger of the knockback effect. So I could do white, like a white cartoon glove. It just might lose some of that association. I could also try orange. I mean, red instantly reads more like a boxing glove, so I'm just gonna do red. And if it's too angry, we'll replace it later. Actually, I think we need darker for that. I'm going to experiment with putting this to 2 pixels down and 1 pixel down. That actually looks more like a boxing glove. The other one looked more like a fist, so like a regular glove. One of the other things we can try is we can test some other colors in here. Isn't it funny? Just so few pixels, but every pixel makes this huge difference. Actually, before we go mucking about with this, let's go ahead and smooth out some edges. There we go. And then we can do a hue saturation. Like, so far, the magenta or fuchsia is the next closest, and it's less harmful than red, so I think I'll do that unless I find another one that works well. Yeah, let's do that, and we'll... Yeah. Let's roll with that. We got our pink boxing glove. I buy it. I'm sold. I buy and sell here. This might look better if this shading is the same all across the side here. Is that better? I think that's probably better. We're sort of like leaning into the cartoony quality of this boxing glove to sell the iconography of it. Yeah, I like that. Knock back. Alright, smite. The classic holy damage. I think I might just try to do some like God rays or something. That are filled with like a gold and cream colored bright color. I'm not sold on that. I'm gonna make a sword with a winged hilt instead. I think that will read better. Maybe. You know, we try stuff is what we do. Maybe a slight shining aura around the sword. Maybe. Let's get this filled in and see. I think we're just gonna have to be okay with it being off-center because this is an even number. Although I'd like to fit this into 12 pixels if I can. So this is 16, so I need a buffer of 2 on each side. Looks like a little spaceship. It's pretty sick. It's spaceship damage. Okay, this is 3 on each side. A clearance of 3 on each side. Can I get rid of 1 more pixel? Okay. Alright, this is a good symbol. and I have the breathing room on all sides that I need. I have actually one more pixel than I need in the width, but that's just because I really want it to be. You know what? Let's see if we make this symmetrical. Will this be better or worse? Let's find out. Well, I mean, it's just so wide for a sword, you know. Let's do it like this. Okay. This is turning out. I had doubted myself a bit, but I think it's turning out. That looks to me like a glowing blade of some kind. I did intend those as wings, and they do kind of look like a little Galaga ship or something. Banana. That works for me. You can call this banana damage if it makes you feel better. I deal 14 banana damage to foes. Let's go with another dark color here. Not quite so orange. Yeah, that's good. Alright, banana llama ding dong. Let's do a little smoothing. Beautiful. Hunting. This is 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 wide. So we can afford another. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so this is, yeah, a good width. We're making the hunting effect, which is going to be green on the tip of a blade. I'm pretty happy with that. That was extremely fast. It's like the idea in my head worked perfectly the first time. Alright, we're doing swift arrows. I called this one haste. I really would like to have a haste effect at some point in the future, but I don't know that that can be right now. Yeah, this has been a good playlist. I'm really glad I found Stream Beats. It's really helped me have something going on the stream. Without making me feel obligated to fill every moment with my droning voice. this can't be any taller than this. Could do something like that. Okay, this haste icon looks like a rushing sword, which is kind of the idea. It's moving quickly. It may not make that much sense for the swift arrows, which is the first time we're seeing it, but that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Let's smooth the edges. want to shout out a welcome to everyone who's watching right now. Appreciate it. Just making some icons for some status effects that don't currently have any icons, either on your status bar or the tooltip, depending. And so trying to make up for that here. This is supposed to be looking like a speedy sword. We got hunting effect, which slows and poisons. Smite, which is our holy damage. Knockback glove. Stack of ammo. True damage, which is a spike. Unbreakable, showing that classic white diamond. Conflict 2 cross red swords. Lesser warning, we got 2 footy printies. Warning, kind of a radar crystal ball thing going on. Bread with a clock stuck in it, of course, for slow digestion. Poison resist is a shield with a green drop. Water breathing is a blue fishy. Life saving is an ankh. Sex change as the sex symbols with both pieces attached. Noose for strangulation. I'm going to shout out again to Priority Zero for that idea. I don't know why I didn't think of that. It's perfect for it. A little balloon for feather, and then water walking gets the big blue footy. So, all right, let's copy the shield down here to burn resist. Because I want to use this exact same symbolism, but I am going to change the color of the shield so that it suits the red or orange of fire better. What if we increase the saturation a bit? Something like that maybe is a good surface to draw a flame on. Flame on! Okay. I'm gonna have to be wrapping up the stream pretty soon here, but I'll finish this icon first for flame resist. Smells good out there. Anybody in the chat have like a specialty meal they make at their house? Any cooks in the chat? Made some pizza rolls? Hell yeah, dude. Call Gordon Ramsay. We got a new competitor in the field of cooking. I don't think that could be any more obviously a flame painted onto a shield to indicate flame resistance. I'm very pleased with it. Would love to see that on my status bar. And this is going to be called burn resist. Oh, somehow I didn't end up putting smoothing on the edge of this, so I'll do that now. I'll just have to duplicate it for both. It'll be faster that way. Does look well. Well, thank you for that. I do appreciate it. Let's turn this off real quick. Kind of like that better. All right. Burn, resist. Okay, we got our burn resist. Alright, well we had a list of 26 icons to go through. I got through all but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I made 20 icons today in our almost 3-hour stream. I'm glad I streamed this. It's fun to do. It's fun to make progress this fast. I gotta wash up for dinner, so I'm gonna go ahead and call the stream here. But I want to thank you for everyone for tuning in. Let's see if anybody's playing Barony right now. Maybe we can do a little itty bitty baby raid. Yep, I think it's just me streaming. All right, folks. Well, thanks again for tuning in, and yeah, I'll catch you on the flip side, Dirk, and everyone who showed up. Cheers. Bye.